David and also come because of the officials. They are all coming.
Yes, sir.
Ross. Prof. Yes, sir.
Just drop that. Sir. Who want it?
Hello. Your Excellency, sir, the Deputy Governor of Kwara State, Mr. Kayode Alabi, the convener of this meeting, Dr. Adewumi. The Obas, the first class Obas represented, and other dignitaries. Let me welcome you to this August occasion. And I'd like to quickly invite to the podium Mr. Rahim Adewumi. Baba, please help me celebrate him. Let's put our hands together. Sorry, we're going to rise as we take the national anthem. Let me invite Mr. Rahim Adewumi as he continues.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, represented by His Excellency the Deputy Governor, who is also, of course, representing himself too. Our royal fathers, the leaders in business, political, and other spheres of their lives. I welcome all of you to this important first Kwara South Development Initiative. Now, let me say from the beginning that this is not the political agenda. There is no political agenda to what is happening today. What is happening today is a retreat. Some people prefer to call it a summit, but this is more than a summit. In the summit, you prepare papers, you have conclusions, resolutions, and you give to other people to go and implement. But this is a retreat of our home. We will listen to papers to be delivered, we will make contributions, we will make decisions that we implement on our own. It's a family thing. That is the first thing I would like to say. The second is that there is going to be a lot of brevity. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, really sacrificed coming here, and we are aware that he has other engagements. So I will quickly start by making a very brief introduction on some of our VIPs that are here. First of all, there is a wide spectrum of groups and individuals that were invited, cutting across both sectors, business, politics, government, etc. And I'm happy here that we have very, very valuable representation, starting with the political leadership. His Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, actually meant to be here, as at last night, I think he had the intention that was going to be here physically, but here we are, he's being represented by His Excellency. But even if His Excellency, the Deputy, were not represented, the governor, he will still be here. Because as of last week, he made a commitment that he is the first citizen in the political sphere, and of course, an event of this nature cannot be happening in Kwara State on the soil of Kwara South, and will not be. Your Excellency, we thank you for being here. Why we need to say this is myself and the convener and other organizing, members of the group, we know the sacrifice, a very huge one, that His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, has made to be physically present here today. His Excellency, we really appreciate this. Of course, we have our royal fathers. There is nothing you are going to be doing without the blessing of the royalty. And you have the topmost royalty in Kwara State there, led by our Royal Highness, our Royal Majesty, the Olubo. And I'll just take a few seconds to formally welcome our royal fathers who are here. And I start with our Royal Majesty, Oba Mohammed Ismail Bolaji Adewumi Alebiosu, the Olubo of Ajashepo, our royal father. You are welcome, sir. And of course, we have our Royal Majesty, Oba Ibrahim Olabile Adeoti, who is the Ologun of Oman. Kabiyesi, you are welcome, sir. Then we have His Royal Majesty, Oba Samuel Dada Akwambepo, yes, the Alofa of Alofa, Kabiyesi. And then, of course, we have High Chief Isiaka Adebayo Shitu, the Asalofa of Ofa, and representative of our Royal Majesty of Amok South, the Olofa of Ofa. And of course, we have our Royal Majesty of Ezekiel Ajibola, the Oloko of Ogo. The Oloko of Okeokwen, sorry, Your Royal Majesty. And of course, we have Obamake Owolabi Kayode, the Allah of Israel Okwen. And of course, we have our royal host, the Oloko of Kabiyesi. You are most welcome. And the political class, like I said, is represented by His Excellency, but I think we also have other who are here. I have seen the Honorable Commissioner for Social Development, our very own madam. Then, of course, I've also cited our leaders here. I've cited General Pito here. General Pito, you are most welcome, sir. I have cited Sir Adewumi here. You are most welcome. And the Governor Advisory Council is also very well represented. We have about 10 of us in that council from Kwara South. And one of us is also here, Mrs. Dupe Adewumi. You are most welcome. And of course, we have our again, this is also very important. This setting is so rich that our people from diaspora are also here. We have Alhaji Sekiru Aliyu from the United Kingdom, who is representing diaspora here. We also have our people from Lagos, our indigenous. They are also very, very interested in what is happening back over here. And Alhaji Abisalago is here to represent those from and of course, we have our sons and daughters. I can see our honorable elect, that's Shola Odetundo here. I've seen him. I've seen a lot of our people, but as we proceed, I think I'll be introducing more of our guests who are here. And without wasting our time, I would like to invite the guest speaker, or maybe we'll invite the convener, Dr. Adewumi, to come and give us a good message. Now, let me say something about Dr. Adewumi. Dr. Adewumi is not just only the convener, he is the pilot of this important flight that we are all taking. And this program, I say as at this moment, is well funded by him. He's taking no money from anybody to organize the program. And we owe a lot of gratitude for him for it.
Thank you, Honorable Rahim Adedoyin, Olori Ewe. And we are in the middle of all the Ewe's are in this university, so like the right place. Before I say anything, I'd just like to appreciate God Almighty. I want us to bow down as I appreciate God Almighty in my life. And dear Heavenly Father, we thank you because you are God. And you created us and in our individual communities. None of us choose to be Nigerians. None of us chose to be Kwarans. But in your own wisdom, you created us and located each of us where we are. And we know that everything you have done is good. But at this moment in time, Nigeria is not in a good shape. Where we find ourselves is not where we want to be. So Lord God Almighty, what we are doing here today is uncommon. It's not what anybody have done before. Lord God Almighty, àdúpẹ́ rẹ lọ́jọ́ òní, ìbọ̀sùkúdọ̀ ọmọ, Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá ayé, nǹkan tá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lénìí jẹ́ kó tún Nàìjíríà ṣe, jẹ́ kó tún Kwara State ṣe, jẹ́ kó tún ìlú ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa ṣe, jẹ́ kó tún Kwara South ṣe. But I'm happy that the cabinets are here. I'm happy that His Excellency. But then, when it comes to dealing with easy access, and go and meet them and say, oh, let me go, okay, this and that. They refuse them. They will, when you leave office, they will, whatever you are giving them, they will still criticize. So, there is, poverty brings conflict, hunger and nutrition, and emigration of our youth. Okay, that's the problem. As we sit down here, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ water one time, our money, and the visa to Canada on the wallet. The people of their wallet, the people of Badako. So, did you send them to school so that at your old age you'll be alone? Okay, the Lord water. Then, will you blame the young people for moving to where they can find opportunities, where they can be appreciated? Where they can be appreciated. Thank you very much. So, now, I have some strategies that I feel can help us to address this problem of inequality or poverty. We must make your honorables, thank God. You have to serve the people, not to rule them. There's a difference between rule and service. You are appointed to be the representative of the people to serve them. In your life, sometimes when you do your closed door, closed session, I don't know. Please, you should think about how do I serve my community? Each of you as well, the whole 40 of you that are elected, kò sẹ́ni tí o ti kọ́ ní lára yín, kò sẹ́ni tí o ní wọ́n tó tó ń bọ̀. But those who are following you, they have no house, they have no motorcycle, they have no job. That will be your body. You must sit down in your hallowed chambers to introduce policies that will remove inequalities. It should not be only the children of Dr. Adewumi and people who are privileged that will be all right. How can we level ground for everybody? How can we make sure that everybody has a stake in this enterprise? Politicians don't bring right over. I told them. So, we want opportunities. So we want opportunities. We want to create microcredits. Help our people to work. Microcredits, opportunities that will make them better. And this opportunity, don't give it to only your family members. You know the federal scholarship today. This federal scholarship is being given to the children of governors and senators. The poor children of, if they have no federal scholarship, people like me and His Royal Majesty Oba Adewumi probably will not go to university. But that time there was federal scholarship. If you do well, you don't need to know anybody. In fact, there is federal scholarship. If there is no federal scholarship, take scholarship. Let us start to establish agro-processing company. Let us stop exporting raw cashew from our land. Let us process it. Let's add value. Over that money waste. What talent you put yellow? Let us introduce companies in our region here. When you produce something here, Defco, he had tissue paper factory in Relay. I mean the Moscow. I don't know more rich people richer than the Moscow in Relay today. Yeah, but they are not concerned. They are Lagos. So when you say no, I don't go. Let us do something. Let us do something. If Baba Goburago and Peru establish a transport company, that transport company survives him in Urago. Everybody in Olaoko here, we depend on him. All as long as he will take to London in the morning, they will bring you back except Sundays. They go in the morning, and the men in Lamalo Padi one may ask us to law. So that's the law for we must build new road. Kwara State is bad, deputy governor tell them that, and I'll tell you, we need new roads in Kwara South. There should be new road in Kwara North. It's balanced. All these criminals will go away if we have roads. When I was poverty in 1935, they declared Marshall Plan. And what did man do? They just started building roads. They built the roads. Road put money in the hand of organizer, put money in the hand of welder, he put money in the hand of somebody selling gari. Everybody. Let's build roads. Let's build infrastructure. If here we have roads, we have no road in Kwara. Thank you very much. I want to beg you by the message of I'm consumed by what I'm doing. And thank you for drawing my attention. I wanted to spend 15 minutes, I'm already telling you 12 minutes. I'm really sorry. I beg, and I know the government we have is already doing well. Please let us promote fairness and equity for both Kwara South, Kwara North, and Kwara Central. There should be equity, there should be fairness. Let us listen to the people. Let us stop this policy of just give money or share. Let's share opportunities. Let's empower people. There should be full employment. Let us create private sector job companies. I'm sorry that I'm using my elder here. Using you as an I don't have the policy. I don't know how to sell. So if there is more opportunity to open, give me more to open more. Not me, who has not done one. If you see somebody making bread, let's help him to expand and do more. That is what will help us to move. I pray that God will open your mind for all these things that I'm saying. And in conclusion, gentlemen and ladies, your Royal Highnesses and your Excellency, I want us to, economic development of our people must be paramount in our mind. We must create opportunities for younger people. Let's deliberately incubate companies, not just asking government to employ more people to local government. In fact, local government today, thank God for the please, Your Excellency, very grateful. Salary, no anybody. And they are telling me that government is paying salaries. We are very grateful to you. But they are idle, they are not working. You need to make them work. Let me see the health inspector coming around to work. Let's make them work for the money they are getting. They are getting salaries. Let them work. They are not working. We have to make them work, and they want to work. And all our local government leaders, government go to some people are in transition center now, but transition committees. Please make your people work. And those who, by special grace of God, probably before the end of the year, we are going to have the chairman, the local government election in Kwara. Those of who are vying to the chairman or whatever, all these positions, please, it's serious business. It's not going there just to collect money. You must go there to work and serve people. So, by the special grace of God, this what I'm doing now, as many of you that have WhatsApp or email, it's going to be available to you online so that you can even go through it by yourself. Before you do this, the secretary will forward it to you. And we know that in America today, as we are here now, in America, in UK, everywhere, what we are doing here online now, as courtesy of the Vice Chancellor of TAU, is online. People are watching us as I'm speaking. And so it's not a reported speech. But anybody that needs more information, by the special grace of God, this Kwara South University, this is the first program we are having. Every 6 months, we are going to review the activities of our leaders. And nobody can bribe us. We don't need money of anybody. We are going to speak truth to the power. Those who are doing well, they will be rewarded. They will be given awards. Our award is not one who can buy. It's going to be transparent. So whether you like it or not come, we are going to put it in the open. Our people will speak. You may not come if you like. But it is in your best interest. So that our common work will not be wasted. Please come. We have empowered you. You don't waste the next 4 years. What if you have problems? Let's sit down and discuss it. And we find a common solution. If you are doing something, before you do something, come and talk to us. Don't do it without talking to us. Somebody say, I've done something there. Who sent you there? It will be what you want. Mo fẹ́ ṣe ìjọba yìí, àádùn àwọn lọ́balọ́ba, àádùn àwọn akérèkàn, àádùn àdé ẹ̀kọ́ ní pé 10 naira lọ́wọ́ ní pé náírà lọ́wọ́ àlọ́wọ́ yìí, nígbà tí wọ́n á 2 naira kó tó pé, àmọ́ tó máa ṣe. Don't work without talking to us. Talk to us. And this organization is not just a record one, it's the 7 local governments. All members of this association, we are made up from all the 7 local governments. We are still looking for Olo. We don't want people who want to come and beg for money. Because we don't want to join us and go and be begging politicians for money. No. If we are going to do that, just go and do your work. We are not going to spend their money. We are going to spend our money. And we are going to hold them accountable. That's what I promise you. Because we have empowered them, they must empower us. Thank you.
These participants, Dr. Adewumi was meant to speak for 15 minutes. He spoke for over 50. And I've seen no one listening and eyebrow that this man is talking too much. That tells you about the importance of what he's been telling us and how his message was resonating with all of us. But again, I think we'll keep to brevity, like I said earlier. And before I invite His Excellency the Deputy Governor, I would like to call our Royal Father, the Olupo of Ajashoko to just give us a very brief good message. And when the Gabriel is coming, I also like to acknowledge the presence of some of our daughters and sons, including our very able performer, Dr. Bomi Jetawo, who is the Kwara State Insurance Council, and the Honorable Omoto Razak, that member-elect from the local government, Honorable Adewumi from Okero, member-elect too, Chief Nadi Ogudeji, and the Provost College of Education, Professor Aremo, the Rector of Kwara State, IB Tech, Ajasheko, the General Manager of Iraq Newspapers, Yomi, Adewumi, and of course, his twin brother, Professor Babala, and of course, our Professor Oyedira, Mrs. M.B. Aliyu, representing the Rector of Kwara, and of course, my very, very good father, Chief J.B. Ayeri, and another good father and brother, Prince Shuaib Olariwaju. May I then invite Your Royal Majesty to give us your good messages.
His Excellency, the hard-working governor of Kwara State, is sincere and truly determined to serve governor of Kwara State. Madam Dr. Abdulrahman Abdulrahman, ably represented this afternoon by His Excellency, the son of the soil here, and Kayo Dianabi, members of the State Executive Council, political leaders, royal fathers, here present and in absentia. I would like to save time, but it is a shock for me to particularly mention by way of encouragement to salute the courage of the founder of this citadel of knowledge, the Ashiwaju of Okolese, and the Chancellor of the only state university in the state of America, Dr. Thomas Adewumi. We thank you so very much for putting this together. Well, we must also appreciate the efforts of the government, because to the best of my knowledge, at least in Kwara State, I make bold to say that the present government, which we have all re-elected to serve us for another 4 years, I make bold to say that this government has performed creditably, excellently. It is the saying of the Yorubas, wípé a ò ní rìn kórí ó má mì, and it is definite wípé ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn la pè díẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ láàyè, àmọ́ ohun tó pàtàkì jùlọ ni wípé àwa díẹ̀ tá a bá rí ká gbìyànjú ká lẹ́nu ìṣe. Sincerely speaking, it is beyond debate that the governor will have today in Kwara State. If you want to be his friend, the best way to be his friend is just to be honest and be determined to do the right thing. If you think he listen to you alone, you are just wasting your time. If you think I'm his ears and nose, you are wasting your time because he's already talking to more than 20 other human beings on the same issue. To be able to get the truth. So, kájọ̀wọ́ ká kún gómìnà lọ́wọ́. Ó ní kàn ṣe. Dr. Adewumi dẹ̀ ní kàn ṣe. Lẹ́bìrì wa ta wa. In fact, I returned from Lagos yesterday because I want to attend this program. Ẹni tí ó sì wá ó kú díẹ̀. Ayé ibi tọ́lọ̀ ní kẹfí wá sí ìgbà bá wí áàpù bàbá sì wí áàpù. I used to tell my royal fathers pé gbogbo tó ń kí àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí lè dì ọmọ wa ni wọ́n ẹ sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ fún wọn torí pé kí ni kábà àwọn ọmọ ní tẹ́lẹ̀ òun ni dókítà náà sọ wọ́n ń súre fún wọn ni ẹni tó bá fẹ́ tayọ ibi tó ń wà kó ṣe dáadáa o torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n rí ọlá gọ́fúnà lò àmọ́ ẹ má bàjẹ́ o ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n sábẹ́ ramani sóríye ó dọwọ́ yín o bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní ká gbà á gbà àmọ́ àníbi nǹkan lọ́wọ́ ẹni kankan nù ní àmọ́ àwọn èèyàn wo ní kálukú ní aṣíwájú nínú ìsìláàmù mú tọrọ àforíjì ìsìláàmù jẹ́ káwa mọ̀ pé sẹ́yìn lè kọ́ pé àhàdéhùn pé aṣíwájú ìjọ òun gangan ibọ̀ yìí wọn. A leader is meant to be the servant. You are to serve. Kájọ gbogbo digression tí o kó kankan bá wa tá a máa ń digress sí ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sílé. Ó bá ṣe pé Wàsíù Àyìndé náà pé bí ilé mi sì àti géètì lẹ́sẹ̀ òsì nígbèrò ní ojú òní ṣe wá láǹfààní kankan ẹ wá wo bíọ́ọ̀lù yìí ṣe rí níbi tí wọ́n ti ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ bàǹtà tó tó báyìí tí ọ̀lù wa empty báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká kíyè sára gbogbo ẹ̀rí ẹjọ́ lórí wa ó lọ́wọ́ yín bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe dáa ọlọ́run á bí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe tó tó dáa ọlọ́run á bí subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Under the protocol, I'm not allowed to talk outside the that's the governor's talk. And that's why, can we be seated, please? And that's why I told them to remove the, what's it called? The pulpits in church. So that I can talk to everyone else. No, I don't need it. I don't need your speech to forget your speech. I want to talk to you. How many minutes do you give yourself? Talk to me. How many minutes? Signify to me when you're ready, when you want me to stop talking, please. Dr. Adewumi, I greet you, sir. Eshego, Kidego, Eshego. Kábíyèsí, mo kí gidigidi lọ. Ẹ máa mọ̀ lónìí pé ọmọ ògbónà mi. Olórí yóò, ìyá mi Jẹ̀mẹ́ta ni, mo bàbá ti ní ìgbónà. Ó lè kọ́ mi ní kí n mọ̀ pé ìgbónà láti wà ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi láti protect kó bá jẹ́ ìgbóná. Mo lè má gbé yẹn o, but nínú mi ìgbóná wà nínú. Some months back, and I'm going to answer Dr. Adewomi's everything you said. I'm going to answer you. You set me on fire, sir. I wanted to come. I came here to read a speech, but you set me on fire. And then Cabinet also came and set me on fire. Now listen, if you want to destroy people, a nation, or a specific people, you don't need a gun. You don't need some machine gun. You don't need missile. All you need to do is to destroy the culture. Destroy the culture. Once you destroy the culture, it will destroy the mindset. And once you destroy the mindset, they're gone. The mindset of the movement of people and Kwara City people have been destroyed. Listen to me very well. You can record this. I'm happy they're showing all over the world. Either it's time for something or it's time for nothing. I said to myself, when I talk, after first time, I'll start talking. So that people can understand what they're doing. Nobody will fight for you, you have to fight for yourself. Nobody will give you power, you have to take it. Nobody. Ọmọ ìyá méjì á jà láti jọba. Ọmọ ìyá méjì ń jà láti di Prime Minister in England, Labour Party. Adewumi ẹ̀gbọ́n lose. Ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n méjì ń jà 2019 láti di Senator ní Katsina. Adewumi ẹ̀gbọ́n lose. Ẹ̀gbọ́n and PDP ẹ̀gbọ́n wà ní APC. It's power. Everything you've done here, excellent, super. Tells you that you know the power. But there's one more thing you need to do. Political power. If you don't have political power, there's nothing you can do about economic power. Dr. Adewumi has gone so far. Dr. Adewumi has also played the elected leaders. You didn't elect them, sir. They elected themselves. Let me explain to you very well. A time must come, sir, when the people will say, this is who I want to be the chairman of a local government, the House Assembly, and House of Rep. You can't control them because you didn't choose them. Until we start choosing them by ourselves, and we say, in the federal local government, this man will be our chairman, vice chairman, and we're telling you that here you have to be senior special assistant, you have to be commissioner, we will choose you. And once you choose them, they will listen to you. You're not passionate about what you're doing. Passion is a very important thing. When you're passionate about a thing, all the problems, all the wahala, you won't be bothered about it. You know where you're going. You're focused. You persevere and you get there. You're not interested. How do you say this was so I stay here? You'll be here. You'll be here. Certainly you'll be here. But they can't be here because they don't believe you elected them. I'm saying deep things. And deep callers unto deep. I want you to listen very well. I want to abandon, believe me, they will do everything here. They will fight for it. I hear about people going to meet people with power. They have a police to meet people with power. Because I'm not trying to condemn him. He had all the opportunity to be very close to Yar'Adua. He never did that road. You see, from Lokoja to Kwara State. But some players are very close who can help us. Instead of them to do the right thing, they just in their pockets. I see some players build big houses there in the villages. And I wonder, are they staying there permanently? Only a 3-bedroom bungalow. The Lord is only one. The money they used to build that house, or those houses, can be used to look after people. They do poverty alleviation. I've not done it before, and they give fridge, freezer. Now, more poverty will come upon them. This is the only way forward. We have land in Gomina, in Offa, in Oyo, that can feed the whole of Northwest, Northeast, and North Central. We have. We're not using it. You know why? We don't believe in ourselves. They destroyed us. They destroyed our culture. After your generations are carried, after our generation, God will help our children if they believe in the good news. And all these things will be destroyed. So what am I saying? We need to build hierarchy of leaders. After these leaders, the next one will take over. To protect this thing Dr. Adewumi is trying to do, we have to build hierarchy of leaders. After social person, who's the next person? And the next person knows what he has to do. He has to take care of the interests of Kwara South. I went to see somebody, I told Dr. Adewumi, I won't mention his name. An elderly man in his 80s, let's 70s, 80s. And he told me the reason why they love Oloyi, that he helps their people. Because we, women, we dominated civil service. And we didn't give them opportunity to breathe. And they led to destroy us, to systematically divided us. And we started fighting each other. And they pushed us away. And the man was saying it right in front of me, but I was so happy a guy went with me, a governor man, and was starting with me, Excellency, I'm not sorry. But my inside me was boiling. That I don't know what people going on in me. Of course, more. Arrogance of power. That's what we call arrogance of power. Why? So they pick 1, 2, 3, like you said, 4, 5, 6 among us. They set up error. They say, no more presidents. You must not governor. What have you done about it? The most disciplined people are the armed forces. There's a hierarchy. Even if you join NDA together, and today they promoted somebody from captain to major. That captain, there's a class leader major, was towards the most service. And we go about police. It's like that. They must service. And so people have opportunity to meet our leaders, and you see them every time. But they only fight for themselves. They don't fight for them. If you know what time in that will survive. Or for me, I only have 2 kids, and they all finish university now. So whatever will happen, will happen. I don't have a wife that wants to wear diamond or gold or anything. So I can stand here and say, I represent my people, and my people must deserve what, they must give them what they deserve. But until we know that, and believe that, this thing will not work. We need to come together as a people for ourselves. We need to reach out to also our people on the other side and say to them, yes, this is what belongs to you. We also want the same thing. But when you don't have a political leader, you can't get it. Everybody is a leader in Kwara South. Will they work? I am not asking anybody to make me a leader, but I want us to make sure, apart from employment power, we need to choose a leader that will accept us everywhere. I was with JIT on Thursday in Abuja from the local government. And he said to me, I'm next control to become IT. And I said, I'm expecting people to help me, to push me. I said to him, we will do it. But if we're not together, we won't succeed. Some people among us will go and start rooting for somebody else because he believes he can make money that becomes IT. Short term. When we work together, when we work alone, you can only achieve from here to that level. But when we work together, you can achieve the whole world. Let us work together. Let us, like Dr. Adewumi said, you must fix Kwara first before you can fix Felulu. You must fix Felulu first before you can fix Kwara State. And you must fix Kwara State before you can fix Nigeria. It's only a question. But those who have the opportunity to fix it, what they do is to fight themselves. They fight themselves for land. Somebody once, I told them, my village, I said, if anybody comes to me and tells me he wants to build a university in my village, I'll take the land. If you like, go and do anything you want to do, I'll take that land. If anyone comes to me and says they want to set up a factory, I will take the land and set up a factory. I'll give them, set up a factory, do the factory, employment. If anybody wants to set up a farm, I will say, set up. Don't do that. Let them call it, doesn't matter, sir. Doesn't matter, don't do that. Let them call it, doesn't matter. You stand for something. Once you stand for something, let them call it, don't worry, sir. Let them go. Once you stand for something, they will never be with you. I will always stood for his people. I will always stood for his people. And today, years after his death, we still remember him. What will we remember for? What will we remember for? I know we remember for people using you against your people. Tomorrow we remember for fighting for your people or dividing your people. We know very well that Ashwadu Chukwu is the authentic Yoruba leader. Because we know, you know, I know, that whatever man that can develop Southwest is Ashwadu Chukwu. So it's not a talk to any Yoruba leader. It's only authentic leader to talk to anybody. Who's our political leader? Answer me. After all, I guess a long way and swear well. Who is the political leader? Please, can you tell me who you can talk to now? Thank you very much. And when there's no adding point, my people will perish. I don't want my people to perish. We should not perish. Dr. Adewumi has set the whole thing on fire right now. Emotion, everything. Let us back. Because to what? If you hear a wealthy man, I'm sure he doesn't want to call me a wealthy man. He's only a wealthy man. The man that you say is not wealthy, sir, is an economist, he's wealthy. You will pay him for his services. You don't need to have a house in Kwara or Babylon or Bayana to be wealthy. No. It's a state of mind. Wealth is having whose life to your church, not the clash, not the Rolls Royce. For the life of the church, because when you're dead and gone, on that day, when they want to bury you, you'll be called to come and talk about you. They won't tell them he had 7 Rolls Royce or 8 Jaguar. They said, last year at university, I was going to be withdrawn for university, and I ran to Chevrolet and paid. I was sick, almost died. They advertised it in the paper, nobody helped me. The only people neglected me. But somebody from Ibadan, Chevrolet, came, paid for it, and I life time. So I would say, I was a house boy. Somebody, this Chevrolet took me and sent me to school. Today, I'm the governor of Kwara State. The future of everybody is not in any man's hand. I'm going to the next level, sir. The biggest industry after oil and gas is sacrifices, sir. I'm writing a book, which I'm going to release May 26, 2027, 3 years before I leave Kwara. But if I release it, things will happen. I'm reading 2 chapters. One of the chapters is sacrifice. There's a monitor in the brain of leaders. The guy was sworn in. Somebody told me that, yes, how you have power. You have the means, you can do whatever you like. But because of my upbringing and my culture that my dad bestowed on me, I said to myself, it's just 8 years. After 8 years, they will only remember if you watch the page. One day, I went to, and I tried to caution myself. Because once in a while, that power will come to you and tell you, hey, no mercy. So I tried to caution myself both sides. To make me realize that I am nothing, I'm just there, it's a privilege to be devil's open. One day, in Lagos, I dodged my security bag. My wife went to buy some things for us in the urban election. And I went there myself. I took a trolley. I was pushing trolley and taking those things from the shelf to my trolley. One of the store guys saw me and said, "I just want to look like a big man. Let me help him." Of course, she knows I'll give her something after. She was helping me and helping me. And I saw one man from Illinois, the man saw me, I don't see. But I didn't know the man had seen me. So he came behind me and said, Excellency, I believe we call Excellency, pray for me. I lied to him. I know it's not with my brother. He said, so I begged him and said, enjoy but when they left me, he went further down. I saw him talking to two guys, and they were looking at me. I don't know what the trash meant to them. So I left shortly. The girl asked me, where am I going? I said, I'm going to pick up my ATM from my car. I ran to my car, I drove off. Those people like us are targeted to kidnap us. Who knows? Those two guys are kidnappers. I do that, I did that, just to caution myself that this power is a temporary thing. But when they're in power, the first sacrifice you do, they will push the right people, their family, their friends. Those who tell them the truth, they push them away. And then they come in and destroy the good power. Please, never, like the doctor said, never condemn my 4 years in power. What I've experienced, if I go to Oxford, Cambridge, and I studied political science and I made first class, you will not teach me what I taught, what I learned in 4 years. I learned on the field. Mark my word. I came in from the private sector. In private sector, performance will promote you. In public sector, sacrificing will promote you. And when sacrificing will promote, there can't be anything to my shame. Okay. So the problem we have in Nigeria is that sacrifice will take charge. They will push those who will tell you to family and friends, push you. And those people in power will not know. There's something in the brain like a monitor. And then when it's 1 month for them to give power, you hear those governors telling you now that whoever has offended one in power, forgive me. That is coming off the eyes like a veil. It's like a veil. And that's why most people come to power with their agenda. If they do and succeed, they should go to church or mosque to do thanksgiving. The sacrifice, the biggest industry after oil and gas. They will never allow you to tell leaders the truth. They have a approach to move close to leaders, but what matters to them, the what goes to their pockets. They're about to give 1 million naira, about to give 10,000, 1 million, where is it all? Yeah. They're about to give 10,000, 1 million, where is it all? The only way to keep that money is to fix the deposits or invest it. Or else, about 1 million, there's 10,000 where you put your wallet. So now, Dr. Adewumi has set us and told us this is the economic initiative. Now, those of you who want to join politics because you want to be called chairman of government, or deputy governor, vice president, there's papers now. The fact that the APC has not been able to win 8 governors, 1 Lule, over the center, 1 Lule. There's no way governors can Lule to achieve papers. There's no way. They have everything. They have the cash, they have the power, they have the influence, everything. But make your own Lule. What he said is happy. The greatest Kwara has done for us, one of it is papers, electoral law. In years to come, we will thank him. We will thank him in years to come, Beavers. And as Beavers get more and more and more and more better, the right leaders will come. Those who have vision, who are passionate about the people. If you can't help your people, you can't do anything. And we'll all start with these people. Somebody will say to me, well, these people destroyed. Yes, even Jesus Christ, 3 people betrayed him. But all of us talk about that scandal. No, not only Jesus. Peter denied him 3 times. What betray here now? Thomas doubted. What betray here now? So there will be some people among us here, even here as well here now, who still betray this. Great people discuss what? But small mind There's one mind they talk about it as sacrifice. Won't pay Aragona, I'll end now. Won't pay Kwara South. Offer. I was discussing my sister, why offer together? They have a club. We go to that club. So there was civil servant, the banker, kept to government, etc. Anytime we do something of they call themselves together. And they contribute. The people 1, 2, 3, they do it together for the people. There's so many things we're losing as Yoruba people in Kwara South, as a bono in Kwara South. Anytime I go to Abuja, I go to offices of people who are in power, who are from my village, who are from Kwara South. And I hear their pains. Director. So they are due to become pamsec. They never got that position. They retired as director. Because you know what? Nobody to fight for them. I've met people who was somewhere to my guy who was DCP, the police. Another 4 years became AIG. And left his classmates as DCP. And some of those classmates who are DCP now and someone else bullied. But we're not proud to fight for ourselves. So when you have political power, and you have a sort of power, they can go to your people wherever they are. Maybe it's the soldier, it's the Navy, it's in the Air Force. You must fight for your people. So now, economic power, there are so much we need to do. We have to come together. There's only one captain in the ship. We make two. So back to the ship of our you know, the small president or the small governor, or Michel. What to believe? Even the small, no. But the day you say to the people who say your error, even if you tell that's what, hey, let me say about that. About 1 year. That's why I'm not years. People who believe yourself. You make life easier for Ashwad, you know why? So when Ashwad was campaign to address 7, he knows that once I come to Dr. Adewumi, because every time I send people here for Gomina, they measure Dr. Adewi's name. So what we do? Instead of calling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, because for Dr. Adewumi, who would make a promise, deliver Kwara South, 1 billion only. And as a real leader, what is he supposed to do? To call the people that matters in Oyo, in Ofa, in Okero, and set up a committee. Those who can deliver, not Awanda Roja, but those who can deliver, you call them and say to them, okay, I want this vote from Fellow, not 12,000 that we got in the election. I want the 120,000 people exercise parts in Fellow, only 12,500 votes. 20,000 plus PDP. And that's it. You know why? We see it. Everybody sits here in Kwara. In Somalia, so many warlords. And until that is done, ladies and gentlemen, we stand up. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, I think the Deputy Governor has not spoken like Deputy Governor. He has spoken like a true son of the soil. And that part of the break from this proceeding today, we need to talk to ourselves. That's why I said it is a retreat. It's a retreat within the family. Thank you for your wisdom, Mr. Deputy Governor. Now, I would like to call the special guest of honor, the guest speaker, so to say, my very good friend and brother, an elder professor of public health, Professor Shegun Elegbede. But before I also do that, I'd like to recognize some of our fathers who have come in while we were busy, including the owner of Iran.
Chief
Commissioner Adewumi from Abuja. I think I've got a number of people from Abuja today. If you are from Abuja, this is part of recognition. Lagos and Abuja. Our people in Ghana, I think they have done us online. And they say that the comment of us here, for doing what they have always advocated for. They are very good proceedings, and they are also good at recognition online. And that is from the rest of them. The Vice Chancellor, our uncle, Professor Francis Aladipo. He also most welcome Deputy Vice Chancellor, Landmark University, Professor Ojediana, and of course, the Chancellor, Landmark University, no, the Vice Chancellor, Landmark University, Professor Adewumi. Am I right? Okay, that's good. Now, our other scholar, 20 minutes. While we are waiting for him, I think we must also honor this program together, the members of the Kwara South Development Initiative. I cannot possibly recognize all of them individually. Can we please all stand up for recognition? Members of Kwara. Okay? Okay? Hey, Doctor, you're also a member. Thank you so much for your contributions. Yes, Prof.
I'm waiting for you from the back. Thank you very much, my leader, Honorable Adewumi. It's been a long time that we've been packing and taking us along. Me and Professor Ashim, thank you very much. The Executive Governor of Kwara State, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, that's the way I describe him, dynamic, indefatigable, ever enterprising and performing governor, who has shown more love to us in Kwara South. And just like the Chancellor of this great university and the convener said, he believes in the egalitarianism of the society. And what is all egalitarianism is about equity. The Deputy Governor of Kwara State, representing the governor, and just like everybody has said, also here in his capacity as the son of the soil, my very humble senior in those days in Ofagarama School, in an old area, when I sat beside me, he was telling me, he whispered to me, he said he has never seen the Deputy Governor spoke so passionately in this, and I said that he's at home and he can speak very passionately. Thank you very much for coming. The convener of Kwara South Development Initiative, the man who so much believes in Kwara and is very passionate about Kwara South. No doubt about it. I address him as Chancellor of two universities, the Chancellor of Kwasu, and as well as the Chancellor of our own great university here, Adewumi University. I would have been the one to look at that this man is 72 years old. But when you see, when I came in yesterday, a polytechnic teacher, our royal fathers, Kadipelu, Kibata Pedesel, Motuba, I have to specially salute you because I'm also the chief in my town. But I will not end your salutation without specially recognizing my own childhood friend. We were in school together in Polytechnic in those days in Kwara SBS. We shared the same room. And the two of us were the most popular guys in SBS that day. It's the Asalafa of Ofana. I like the Shaka history. Thank you very much. Kwara South Initiative Agenda, initiative members, I salute you. Can we go to the next slide, please? Is it when professors and researchers go through, we go to point straight, and this thing will follow sequentially, it will flow. We're talking about the public-private involvement in driving an economic revolution of Kwara State, of Kwara South, harnessing its potential to create jobs and combat poverty. So, we dialogue together before the election, and we try to bring out what are the potential, what are the things we have in Kwara South. This is a right that to start or secretly to start meeting, and I will be discussing using the following outline: the background, the potentials, the economic revolution drive, background of public-private partnership, the potential in perspective, looking into agriculture, the rural development, the manufacturing, minerals, the solid minerals either by mining or steel development, the culture, the creativity, the transportation, the past, the next slide. Then, critical, the roles of the traditional ruler, the roles of the elected leader, and the roles of the government. And then we'll conclude. A quick background for Kwara South. We know that Kwara South was created. It's the creation of the military, 27th of May 1967, where those four regions were divided into 12 states. It's one of the states in the North Central geographical zone with 3 senatorial districts, mainly the North Central and the South. Kwara South, our senatorial district consists of 7 local governments. These are listed below, which you can see, and the headquarters, the administrative headquarters is of course Kwara. Next slide. That's Kwara South in the map of Nigeria. Next slide. And this is the map of Kwara South. Earlier, please go back. Earlier elucidated or shown to us, you will see the significance of that biggest local government, Ifelodun. Next slide. Let's talk about the potentials. Kwara State is endowed with fertile arable land, and they enjoy access to water resources, and has the propensity to become Nigeria agri-hub if massive investment are undertaken in infrastructure, in irrigation, and proper harnessing of the agricultural value chain. The mineral resources they include in the industries in terms of what we use, the marble, the dolomite, the kaolin, the silica sand, the quartz, the granite, the tarp, the feldspar. We talked about it before. And metals ores such as gold, the cassiterite, the columbite, the tantalite, and rare earth metals. All of the gemstone. We're talking about marine, the sapphire, the emerald, amethyst, and the beryl. Next slide. Please let's do along. The tourism potentials and cultural potential of Kwara South, if well developed by the government, it can serve as a revenue generation for the government and also bring foreign investors that can tap on the potential for economic gains. Tourist sites include the State National Museum and monuments that is the government. The Omola waterfall in Ero became a center at Kwara in the local governments of Kwara State. Please go back to yourself. Because of preparing for this very lecture, I visited this place and I could see like out economic revolution. 3 strategies need to be implemented. For example, when we have road and bridges put in place and are in working orders, the truck will spend less time in traffic and they can get there, for example, from just to routes to traverse the waterway. Additionally, infrastructural spending creates jobs as workers must be hired to complete the green lighted project. It is also capable of spanning new economic growth. E.g. the construction of a new highway. When you construct a new highway, it will lead to other investment. Gas stations will be built, there will be retail shops, stores and shops, openings to cater for the motorists that are going to that place. Next. Tax incentive. Let's put tax incentive. We have to get tax incentive in place. And when we talk about tax incentive, we're talking about the tax cut. We put incentive in place of tax cut and rebates in such a way that the same of consumer. Ideally, these consumers, they spend a portion of their money at various businesses, which increase the business revenue, the cash flow, and the profits. All these actions increase productivity, and this will grow our economy. The regulation, I'm not talking of the regulation they want to do in your sector. It is when you relax the rules and regulations imposed on an industry or business. Tight regulation constrain businesses and they prevent them from growing and operating to their full capacity. This in turn will slow down and higher which inhibits GDP growth. When you have so much bottleneck, you are along the line for the thriving of the business in Nigeria is grossly inadequate. My deputy governor sir, you will agree with me that it is grossly inadequate in terms of capacity and in terms of quality. And the drive for public-private partnership, more so the failure and inefficiency of public authorities in providing and maintaining that desired infrastructure in Nigeria. According to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, PPP is a contractual agreement. It's an arrangement between the public agency, either federal, either state or local government, and the private sector entity, in which the private sector provides infrastructural assets and services that were previously delivered by government. It is through this agreement and the skill and for the use of the airport, PPP creates efficient and productive working relationship between the public and the private sector, which is especially important in alleviating poverty and creating job opportunities. Next slide. PPP promotes better efficiency. When you have PPP, there's better efficiency, there's opportunity to regulate, accountability, improve quality, rational practice, augment resources, ability to retain ownership of the assets, retention of workforce, better time to delivery saving and transfer of risk. When you want to see and watch and observe how a private enterprise manage time, key crops, including rice, cassava, and oil, fertilizer production, irrigation, and other concerted efforts to facilitate the production of improved seed and seedlings, stem for several crops, including but not limited to potato, vitamin A enriched cassava, sesame, soya bean, yam, are areas where PPP
can be involved in order to boost the economy of Kwara South. Rural development. For rural and poor urban communities in particular, PPP projects of interest will include transportation, leave rail out of our home, not about it, but roads, the waterways, the electricity, and energy, the telecommunication, irrigation, housing and water. Therefore, care must be taken to ensure that projects so selected are undergone rigorous due diligence process by the relevant organs or stakeholders and are chosen as the best project with well-conceived business plan, realistic financial plan, and anticipated investment return that is favorably disposed to the purchasing power of the poorest of the poorest. Manufacturing, despite Nigeria's abundant mineral resources, the mineral sector is not a significant driver of economic growth and attracts minimal investment. Why? Given the critical by removing the manufacturing impediments investment, while at the same time promoting the development of small and medium-scale manufacturing schemes by facilitating the development of industrial city. Let's have an industrial city, industrial park, and industrial focusing on making hard infrastructure available with this industrial zone. Solid minerals are important materials that needed to produce everyday goods and build infrastructure. The mineral industry is one of the sectors of the economy that can be leveraged to achieve inclusive high growth targets. Specifically, the sector can provide gainful employment. We're talking about unemployment. We can provide gainful employment and spur national income and foreign exchange earning. In addition, there is an unmet domestic demand for construction material and industrial mineral, which has led to heavy reliance on imports. Despite all challenges in this sector, mineral resources in Kwara South, taking into consider the PPP government, numerous opportunities that remains untapped, minimum mining activity, and low value addition present an opportunity for fast growing sector to lead to job creation. Look at this. That's a long stretch of marble deposit, more than 40 kilometers, that is traceable from east of Isanlusin northward through Kajola and beyond Oreke, resulted from contact metamorphosis of limestone along that northeast/southwest transparent Kalangia Zumberu Ifewari build line, which terminates that zone terminates in Brazil. Next slide. This security is in the specific region and limited purchasing power. The challenges, this sector still hold vast human and natural resources and imagine policy foundation to derive value from an economic development and job creation. Consequently, the government can unlock the potential of this sector, primarily in critical infrastructure, making the right laws and creating an enabling environment. Of course, this will also include our traditional ruler. When we get to the roads, you will see. Government can partner with private sector to spur connected market, to push for local manufacturing and secure retail and distribution channel for products of this sector. The challenges to tourism. Look at the challenges. The challenges, this include funding, poor infrastructural development such as center for tourism, poor accessibility to this road and city. Then national insecurity. I don't want to start mentioning food and explain. Let's just put all of them into national insecurity. And enables effective government. Poor maintenance and insufficient investment have put an enormous strain on. Imagine a lot of our industries, the small scale industry, the rate at which they are using generator at the rate of 215 or sometimes at a time 400 naira per liter. You can imagine that they will not grow because they will not make money, and therefore there must be Nigerian industrialization cannot be realized without a reliable and affordable access to energy. That is very key to development. Next slide, let's go. Though Nigeria is blessed with alternative fuel, we have wind, we have solar power. Though Nigeria is yet so many people putting solar light in front of their house, but it's not cost effective. for sometimes for an effective business. I want that this university is doing power sometimes on solar project. Have been we need a lot of jobs for our people, and with multiplier effect on other sectors. Government should invest in critical infrastructure such as power and alternate energy, roads and housing. Government to put in place a robust implementation framework that promotes performance and accountability. And there must be provision of enabling environment in terms of peace and security. Nobody will go to the tourist site where you know that it's likely to be kidnapped. And so we must put in place security. Security in the absence is what is security? It is the absence of threat to life and property. This encompasses the social-economic well-being of the people and enable coexistence of peace and harmony. Next. The need to, yes, let's go ahead. The need to adequately engage stakeholders and beneficiaries in the formulation and implementation of developmental plans and programs on PPP. Through the adoption, you adopt what we call a bottom-to-up approach, not from up to down. Government will continue to improve the business and regulatory environment to encourage the private sector participation and contribution towards efficiency. Next one, what of our legislator? Please move to the next one fast. Effective monitoring and evaluation of plans can help discipline. Yes, MIE. There must be an effective MIE program, monitoring and evaluation, to ensure a proper linkage of the plan and auto budget and expenditure framework. There is need for appropriate legislative backing. My legislator, there is need for appropriate legislative backing. This will help to curb indiscipline and distortion during implementation. Next, the role of assembly. The annual budget and alignment with plans of sustainable oversight function on the MBAs that is responsible for implementation of PPP, not to go there and tell them that just bring money. You know, I work in teaching hospital. I'm saying it very clearly. What they do, they come for oversight function. Okay, you provide 5 million. Federal University of Florida Teaching Hospital provide 15 million. Federal Teaching Hospital, you don't provide 10 million. You are not so big like you don't. OVU provide 35 million. Oversight function is finished. They are finished. They are concluded it, and then they go back. They ask us to come and develop. They come and defend budgets. They pass budget for us. They pass when we go there to go and defend. They say, I hope you put what we ask you to put. That is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. You must enact prerequisite in relation to the sustainable public-private partnership, both at the level of design, implementation, and evaluation stage. And we must facilitate, finance, and encourage the formation of SME and organize people into various cooperatives. Sir, people must be organized into various cooperatives. We must empower our people. We must empower our people. It's not that they should not be following us like boycott, just like the convener said. Let's empower them. In this time, I know that Oko has a very vibrant cooperative where members of the public take note and it is well funded. Why can't we do it in other places? The roles of traditional rulers. Strong community participation is critical, sir, to sustainable public-private partnership. Therefore, the role of traditional rulers cannot be overemphasized or underestimated. Traditional rulers are powerful public representatives and significantly influence the public and stakeholder management process or PPP project. Your million sir includes mediation. When there are people who come to you and say they want to establish it, and people are saying, you have to mediate or balloon. Project monitoring. Send your chief. It's not enough to come every week. They say we should come to a council of government. No, go and sit down in the palace and take things. No, go and monitor the project that is going on. Community expectation. Community expectation. The community must be carried along. That's the million. That's the truth. So there must be full community participation. And ladies and gentlemen, there must be management of community culture and physical resources. The culture is the way of life of people. Nobody comes to your environment to come and do things and take away your culture. The culture of the people must be preserved. The culture of Kwara South is being preserved, and that's why we are here today. There must be an enabling environment. Traditional work rulers should work in conjunction with their subject, carrying the whole community along to accomplish developmental projects in their domain. Let's ensure peace in our domain and kingdom to complement the efforts of the government. Let's encourage the formation of small hubs of cooperative societies among the members of the society, where people can eventually move and establish themselves. In conclusion, the most important takeaway from the sectoral assessment is the need for increased budgetary allocation for infrastructure project funding, such as several key centralization projects, which has been delayed owing to underfunding of infrastructure that foster investment in cultural activities. The overall objective is the mobilization of poverty elimination. We want to, because the chancellor here said, eliminating of poverty. This is one of the goals. It's key to the elimination of poverty. And the involvement of public-private partnership is the development plan of Kwara South, and it's an integral to harnessing its God-given potential. God has given us God's potential, and we surely harness it, and we surely achieve it. Next one. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the references, and I want to thank you. Next one, for listening to this presentation. Thank you.
I will just find my brother. Congratulations for the word you got there. Please help me clap, help me give an applause for the deputy governor without knowing why. Please help me give applause for the deputy governor without knowing why. We will go to circumvent some aspect of the program, and I have the convener to whisper to His Excellency if he will be able to accommodate the change. And he said, no change. Go on with your program. That is still with us in presence. So thank you, Your Excellency, for your gesture. Now, I would now like to call on the next speaker, and I think that's going to be very brief and short because I know that's our discipline. That's the professor, that's the President of Governor Francisca Oladipo, the Vice Chancellor of Thomas Adewumi. And while she's coming, I have so much taxation from the last speaker, the guest speaker. Unfortunately for us here, we have the visa of taxation in Kwara State. Mrs. Folashade Omani, you are most welcome to the forum.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kwara State, I would like your kind permission to adopt your established protocol. Thank you, sir. I thank you, the convener of the Kwara South Development Initiative, for the opportunity given to me to speak on behalf of our sister institution and our university, the Thomas Adewumi University and Thomas Adewumi International College. Palliatives. But in a country where our level of compliance is less than 10%, when do we start giving such tax breaks? Right now we are battling with even getting people to pay their taxes. And it is only when you pay your taxes that His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, and of course, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, can deliver on those campaign promises that they made. So for us, when there's need for palliatives, we do, especially when we had COVID, we had several palliatives that we introduced. I know because it is money issue is never enough, but the government also need people to be more compliant. I think as a country we are currently less than 10% in compliance. I don't want to start going into some of the data, But I want to use this opportunity for everyone to emulate this institution. They are tax compliant. So basically what I'm trying to say is, it's not all about government doing everything. The responsibility of all of us is to support government. And the only way any citizen or any corporate entity can do that is meeting that particular obligation. Now, something I wanted to draw attention to, we're talking Kwara South here. We have at least 2 or 3 local government areas that are very, very big. I'm not sure that has come up in discussion today, and I want to drop this here. When things are being shared at local government level, it is by local government. Irekpodun and Ifelodun local government are quite huge. I don't know if you agree with me. As this initiative is coming up, I want to suggest it becomes one of the major things we want to look at. If we want the 2 local governments to develop, this size is really not working. It is not working. 3, I want to touch on empowerment. Our elected members here and those who have been in government, there's been a lot of emphasis on empowerment. And like the daddy that is from diaspora discussed, that particular farm equipment he's talking about, I'm aware of it too. We can't empower people. It's more like just saying we have done it, but it is really not beneficial to them. We need to start looking at things that really will turn around our environment. That particular equipment will do wonders. So I want to also put that on the table for this committee. If we're going to, as far as develop a relationship or arrangement where this would work, I think it makes a lot of sense. Our politicians should stop giving out deep freezers to people. So that I don't take so much of your time. And it's not only when you are in office that you see to developing your people. I have been working on development for my community even before I came into office. And by the special grace of God, when I leave, I will continue. So for every one of us, it's not about the amount of stuff you can do. No matter how small, start from somewhere. It is very, very important. Lastly, I want to express my appreciation to the Vice Chancellor of the university. I enjoyed your presentation. I didn't know TAU was that powerful. But now that I know, I'm going to be a pest. I'm quite interested in technology. I'm an engineer by training, even though now I'm a tax man. And I do a lot of things with technology. So I'm much interested in what you do, and I want to see how we can also benefit from your relationship with those big guys you put on the screen for us to see. On that note, I want to thank everybody for your attention.
And on that note, I would like to invite 2 or 3 comments or questions from the floor, so that does not look like only the VIPs or supposed VIP are the ones that have been making contributions. So, I can't see any hands up.
There's
From
one
the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one here. Okay. You can come, sir.
His Excellency, Governor of Kwara State, ably represented by the Deputy, Elder Kayode Alabi, our royal fathers, the conveners, let me start on the existing protocol. My name is Asiwaju Adebayo Olufemi Adeboye from his local government. Those people that have spoken, we have taken notes and they have spoken very well. But my own is not question per se, it's just a contribution. I want to toe the line of our elder Shaibu from Kwara. He said, for this initiative to flourish, there will be a need for think tank. And by the time, with the wisdom you have to put this in place, I know God will guide you to know the parameters you will use, at least, to co-op the think tank. One of the presentations mentioned tourists. If you look at Kwara South, we have O4 and some others, as it was written in the papers. We have our son has been in saddle of power for the past 8 years as a Minister for Information, Culture and Tourism. For the past 8 years, this is Kwara South, we have not felt the impact. Ogufol has been there. There was a time he visited there. If Oloreke is here, he went to Ogufol, and I read it in the paper that the road leading to the Ogufol will be taken care of. The road is still as it was. ACM Museum is a tourist center. These are the minister, this is his jurisdiction to have developed all those areas, those tourist attractions. Not only that, if you look at our road, they started the construction maybe 2 years ago from Gama up to Idofia. I'm sure the rate at which they were going that time, everybody from Kwara South will be happy. That's enough of these potholes. Look at the road, it's still there. These 8 years of this present administration will soon expire. I want the think tank people that they should consider all these things. Let them analyze what is the delay. Instead of constructing, putting layers, you are now patching. Kwara South should not be a second-class citizen. When a doctor was presenting his paper, he said fairness, equity, we deserve what is good in Kwara South. Thank you for giving me.
Well, if I may just chip in something, the road that our brother is talking about is a federal road. And I'm sure that the appropriate authorities will be given the opportunity to do what they need to do. I understand.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, our royal fathers were seated. Honestly, I'm passionate about this program. And I have to specifically thank Dr. Adewumi for this initiative. A lot of initiatives has come and gone, like one of my leaders said. And I'm really impressed by the contribution of the Deputy Governor, Prince Shahid, and the Royal Father,
that spoke on behalf of the rest of them. Honestly speaking, the greatest weakness we have in Kwara South, one is unity. Second, we are not proactive at all. We are not proactive. So many things elude us. So many things we just stand aloof. It is after the appointment or whatever has been done that we start complaining. We need to have to rethink, and this is an opportunity. There is a new government. There is no way that Nigeria will not be restructured. Take it or leave it. There is no way Nigeria will not be restructured unless we just see what happened in Russia and just break into parts. Are we prepared for it? The issue of funding, money. We need fiscal restructuring. I'm not talking about physical. Fiscal. The money going to the states is not, it's not adequate. The money going to the local government is not adequate. There need to be serious discussion on all these issues. The issue of census is around the corner. What are we doing as a people? We know the importance of census. Whether we like it or not, they don't want us to say that it is used to share resources. But in Nigeria, we all know it is the major factor that is used to share resources of the country. What are we doing as a Kwara Southerners? What are we doing? Then I want to comment. Professor Legbede, I enjoy your lecture. You spoke as a prof, a researchist. The Oba that represented the other royal fathers, I really appreciate you. I believe you are an academician before you got to this position. Because actually, after all said and done, we are talking of this is how it should be done. We have so many mineral resources. How do we implement it? What is the model of operandi for implementation? There are modules for several developments, different types of development. What you are trying to find
already established protocol. I must say that today I'm really proud to be a South Kwara indigene. I never thought we could put something like this together, so meaningful, so impactful. But I don't want us to go away today without defining what our next step should be. We've talked today, and we always say that talk is cheap, implementation is key. How every Kwara South indigene starts to benefit from the impact that we can make that have been discussed today will be key. I like to say we should have a micro and a macro level approach. We need to define who our critical stakeholders would be going away. There also needs to be a succession plan, because some of us are leaving the scene and we need to have the youth very heavily involved in what we are doing. The women are fantastic. Stakeholder approach from the ground up, from the grassroots, with the help of our traditional rulers is so very important. Definition of leadership, we need to have that as our takeaway from here today, and our next steps should be well defined. Our youth should never be left behind. We're thinking about bringing people back home, but I beg to say that there are people at home already who are not empowered and who have almost lost hope in what we're doing. So we need to start from home, from a micro level and multi-level stakeholder approach. Thank you very much.
Thank you. In addition to the fact that the road, that is the road that the previous speaker spoke about, is a federal road. His Excellency Governor Ramon Abrazak ensured that the road is fixed with several visits to the Ministry of Works in Abuja. Thank you, Adewumi, for that explanation. Now, we don't want the youth agitation to start here. They say we are not giving them platform to also hear their views. And the central representatives, Femi and Bola, but Femi has ceded the talking point and talking position to Bola. So Bola, come and speak on behalf of the youth.
Your Excellency, sir, our real fathers, coming to stand on existing protocol. My question is very simple, and I want to direct it to Dr. Adewumi. Kwara South leaders, what's the youth representation? We're talking about building a Kwara South for a future, but what are we doing with the youth now? Because I'm a representative of the youth. I joined this initiative, but I felt I had something to offer. But it's like I'm just a lone voice. When we're having meetings, I'm like the youngest, and sometimes I don't want to talk. I prefer to write my ideas down. But I want to ask, we have lots of Kwara Southerners, the youths, and they are moving out day by day. What is our stake? That's my question. Thank you very much.
The question is for you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm so delighted and humbled by the attendance today, and I want to thank those who have been laboring with me on this matter. You know, youth is I'm very passionate about youth. I'm an engineer, and the reason why I'm educating thousands of youths, I'm creating people better than myself. And that's why I'm so concerned about what is happening, to ensure that we are going to give them something better than we have. But so far it's not been done. So, Bola, thank you very much for coming. And it's always good to you are attending our program. You are recommended to coming. We are going to, from someone to take away now. I mean, this is just I'm talking about multi-level approach. I'm taking everything down. This is not going to die a natural death. Just pray that God will give me life. Amen. I don't believe in pain. But I want to call on a lot of you. And that we are not using government money, they are out here. I've come to you. They don't work for me. Now you know everything. So life is not I don't want you to think life is easy. I was in Orlando. Kennedy said, when you go to the space center in Orlando, he said, America is not going to the moon because it's easy. We are doing it because it's difficult. It's only by doing difficult things that you can be recognized. Everybody can do easy things. I mean, we are doing this university in the middle of nowhere. When I was going to build secondary school in Oko in 1995, then government told me that, why don't you put this school in Ibadan or Lagos, so that you can make money? I said, no, I want to put it in my hometown. I want to put it in my hometown. It's not about making money, it's about giving recognition to my place. When I came to the primary school there, I withdrew my children from school in Ibadan. I brought them to Oko. All my children that were of school, they schooled in Oko here. So that I'm giving Oko what I got by myself. So if they fail to succeed, it's not my fault anymore. So it is important for all of us. We are not coming to Kwara South to make money, because we make money. Let me just tell you, I'm not going to make money. But you are going to make life. Every money you make, I'm a Christian, if I would say everything you want will fly away. It's only the will of God that will last forever. We are mentioning now Olawonyi, Adewumi, and all these people. Probably most of them are late, but you can remember the good things they have done. What will you be remembered for? What are you going to be remembered for? Young people, don't run to America. I see the grass is not greener on the other side.
Yeah. That was what he told me. I will have done it.
No, it's not greener on the other side. Stay here. It is difficult, but your life is useful to your family. So, please, young people, all of you that are here today, you are going to be in our meeting because you are committed, that's why you are here. If you say we are going to share money, if politicians are here, they follow them. But we are going to, God is going to hold us responsible if Nigeria fails.
He will.
So I want to beg you, you have to work with us. I gave Dr. Olaiwaju here only 24 hours notice, and I said you must be here. I know the passion that drives you. There are some people they will not come, but the few of us that can do it, let us do it. Don't wait for everybody. Thank you, my brother. Shai, you know, I call you Bible and discuss. This is, I mean, you put your money, your friend, you can buy more money in it, and you already are doing good there. But you are doing it for money. I'm passionate about it. Look at Papa, stand up. Let me just give an example. This man is a chief now. Around 1991, see that, sir. I want to build a house. They said, I didn't move for, I said, you are going to build it. I'm not saying you do something before. I mean, when they build one wall, if it's not all right, we shall break it down. After they built that particular house in 1991, so God, and then I bought one tipper for them, for two of them, and I bought one molding machine. This man, his brother, his friend is dead now. They joined together. From that one single tipper, they have bought more than 5. One single tipper. Each of them, one I bought for two of them, each of them now buy one. They started doing business in local here. They are big houses, their children have gone to university, only having many children. I want to tell you that you can, if you don't function where God has put you, you will not succeed.
Let's change the battery.
I want to speak to the youth. Can you listen, please? Please. Power, like I said, nobody will give it to you, you have to take it. The youth, check the INEC statistics. 34 million out of 95 million registered. 34 million are between the age of 18 and 34. And then between the age of 34 and 49, okay, there are 28 million. Add it together. You don't have to start as government. Start as a councillor. Take charge of that small committee, councillor. When councillor, you're empowered. Go to government. From government, go to House Assembly. When you get to Assembly, House Assembly, no governor in place will make you rubber stamp. What we need in politics is check and balance. Nobody's checking anybody. So everybody's doing whatever they like. And that's why you have been suppressed. You have the probation. Nobody will give you power. You have to take it. And the best thing Buhari has done for us now, the best thing he has done for us, I'm so excited, is Bivas. A lot of people say, I will social media. I'm so excited. Social media. Social media is very effective. Right from your house, you can move money to use. When we went to school, there was no computer. Up to that more, I'm watching that. I'm going to send text. I send mail. When my daughter, my school, when they sit on computer, on their phones, they will ask me one day, say, Daddy, which school you go to? I said, September school. But they went to good schools. They can move mountain. They move that mountain for Obi in Lagos State. They won. They won in the national state. They won in Kaduna. With all the shakara, they won. Okay, they won. So the youth, you have all the power. They will never allow you to grow. You have to take the power. I'm telling you, you have to take it. Come to that yourself, take it.
Take it by force.
Yes, governors won't do it. You know, governors say they won't do it. What does that tell you? The greatest thing Buhari has done for us is the electoral law. It's going to produce good and better leaders in years to come. Leave those sacrifices and leaders. They will shut down very soon. Because by the time you listen to sacrifice, which is the greatest form of leadership in Nigeria, by the time you shut them down, and leaders are doing the right thing, things will work out in Nigeria. God bless you.
Thank you. We now have to come to the conclusion. We are going to have a summary of proceedings, just a summary. The communique will be issued much later. It's going to be a better package so that we'll say the right things and send the right thing. But while we are waiting for the summary to be read, the GM of Kwara said he has a message on the ICA Museum. Where are you? The ICA Museum. Let's see what he has to do.
Your Excellency, our royal fathers, they are present. My name is Adewumi. I am from ACM. I am a member of ACM Monuments Foundation and a member of ACM Monuments Festival Committee. It is good that this issue was raised by Professor Lebede, the issue of culture and tourism, which I'm very passionate about. Prior to the time that the current Minister of Information came into office, yes, I will be fast. We on our own, as a people, did everything, raised scarce resources to develop that museum without the involvement. You know, it's a federal facility, not a state facility. So without the involvement of the federal government, and we were making headways up to a point that we succeeded in getting that museum onto the budget of the federal government through the National Assembly. And they started, the first tranche of program they came to do the buildings and things like that was about 30 million naira initially, and they did it successfully. We continue. However, what I want this gathering to do is to please prevail on our people, Kwara Southerners, holding federal positions. Please, they are not representing us. Otherwise, how do you explain, for God's sake, that an indigene of Kwara South is the minister in charge of the ministry that has power over all the museums in Nigeria? The mother of all museums in Nigeria is located in his backyard at ACM. Not a single brick has been added in his 8 years. Worst of all, he has not even visited the place. So this gathering has a big job to do. We need to call these people. We need to bring them to account. Unfortunately, we don't have time. Maybe in subsequent occasions, we'll be able to talk about the importance and the prospect that that facility holds for Kwara State and Kwara South indeed. Thank you very much.
Now we come to the end of the session with the reading of the summary of proceedings from Dr. Afolabi, ably assisted by Odorewe Rahim Adewumi
of Nigeria.
Yeah. Your Excellency, sir, the Deputy Governor of Kwara State, representing the Executive Governor of Kwara State, our royal fathers, the Chief Convener, Dr. Adewumi, we want to thank everybody for the attention. I just want to make a point before reading the something. One of the points which was actually made by Dr. Adewumi in his opening remark was the lack of synergy among our representatives. The senator doesn't talk to the two House of Reps that we have, neither the House of Representative people
that are here have understanding of what we need and how to go about the whole thing. So we are thinking that there should be we should encourage them to have a forum, like maybe we propose something like Kwara South Legislators Forum, where all of them will gather together, both at the federal and the state levels. They will be able to know the needs of Kwara South, and they will be able to map out strategies to achieve those particular. So, sir, I want to, Royal Assistant, I want to just briefly read what the major recommendations. I will not go to any of the speeches because that will take time, and that will be included in the, summarize whatever thing in the communique. I will just go straight to the basic recommendations. Everything, tourism, everything is there, but that will be taken care of at the full, when we are doing the full communique. The first thing that we have here is synergy amongst our leaders, particularly among our representatives, both at the House of, all the chambers, the Senate, the House of Representatives, our honorables in the House of Assembly. Please, and I think, how many do we have in the House of Assembly? Kwara South? 10. So if you add 10 to, I think 3 at the national level, that would be 13, right? So,
if you have ordained leaders in the society, if they are not here, and those ones we have artificially put there are equally not here, then why are we meeting? So, we see you, sirs, as nuclei of the society to which we are sending you back to serve. Moving toward Sonny, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ aládé fún ìmì náà, wípé ẹ jọ̀wọ́, you are forces to be reckoned with. You are mobilizers for social and economic development of every society. And everyone in our various towns and villages that you are heading, that you are the governors, you know each and every one of them, the good ones and the bad ones. So you are in a position to be able to call them to order on how we can move forward, or how, first of all, you can move your towns and villages forward and the entire society at large. So we believe and we have the trust that we do something wonderful for us. We want to appreciate our boys and girls who worked in the NGO room and who have been showcasing this program to the whole world since we started. I want to thank everyone who has spoken, particularly beginning from the convener, Dr. Adewumi, to the lecturer of the day, Professor Lebede. I want to appreciate the very, very fascinating and educative lecture of Vice Chancellor of Thomas Adewumi University and the Deputy Governor. They were all very, very fascinating and very, very educative. In fact, they have given us intellectual diets to which all of us must have been very well fed today. And I believe when you are fed intellectually, you are supposed to give birth to ideas, which I believe you obviously do. God bless you all, and I want to thank every one of you that are present for your patience. It is extraordinary, and we appreciate and bless your holy name. Sir. Okay, let me finish up here. Please, before we rise from here, I want us to take note of the following announcements. First, there's going to be a group photograph of those of us here, because we are making history here today, and whatever photographs we take collectively, we go into our archive, which of course will help us to be able to we give us the enablement to be able to collect everything that we have done. Then the
Immediately after the group photograph, you are all invited to a lunch at the dining. Please don't miss it. It's very sumptuous and you will not regret you did. Finally, we are giving you an open invitation as KSTI to all patriotic citizens, patriotic members of this Kwara South senatorial district to join us in this noble cause of moving Kwara South forward. So if you are interested in joining KSTI, you have an opportunity to put down your name with the ushers outside. Those where we registered, please, you can put your names there. And although it's not automatic, let me put it that way. Because when you put the names there, we still do the process to ensure that you really belong to our group. And I believe there's no cause why we should have any doubt about your personality anyway. And again, to my royal fathers, you will not be joining us at the dining. The palace of the Olokofo, is your place. As soon as you finish, as soon as you end up with the group photograph, please just follow your colleague, the Olokofo, to his palace, where you'll be fully entertained. Finally, I want to say big thanks to all the stakeholders, Baba Sofa, Baba Dibiayeni, and so many others. All of you are seated here, you are all recognized. My colleagues in tertiary institutions, you are welcome. The commissioners here present, you are all welcome. And our main, the diaspora and all the rest of them, you are all welcome as well. Thanks so much, and God bless you, and grant you joining us. At the end of, we have one entertaining music for you. And I want to hand over the microphone to my brother to do the bridge.
Please shall we rise to our feet? Let's be upstanding. We join hands together. Let's join your hands to the next person. Kwara South.